And good afternoon, folks. Warp103 bringing another video. This time here we're covering the Italian Progetto C45 Mod 71. All I'm going to say is, yeah, you're going to find this one interesting. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I'm gonna have to rain down a godly firestorm on you.
And thank you for viewing this video. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon above, and then of course hitting the bell icon to get notifications when the next video drops. So here we go. All right, folks, now we're going to go into this stat wise and everything else like that. Now basically what I'm talking about right here is like that this thing is crap. I mean, literally, it's just crap. I'm gonna start off right there. I'm going to show you a gameplay afterwards and everything else like that, but I'm going to straight up say this thing is crap. Now, Warp, why do you say that? You give so glowing reviews of the thing and everybody was saying this is not OP. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at the DPM of the new the heavy tank. DPM is literally worse than the Progettos. I mean, seriously, worse than the Progettos. Worse than the Object. Worse, a little bit, I mean, a tiny little smidgen better than the Emil, and worse than the other tank that I consider good, which is the 703 version 2. Okay, that's the EPM. Let's look at the penetration. 218, really? On a heavy tank? Come on, man. That's one better than the Emil, and y'all guys know how much I hate the Emil penetration when I'm trying to, and you have to have, if you have this penetration and you have really good gun, that you can aim for weak spots, then it's a different thing. But this one here, nah. So 118, one more than this one, ain't cutting it. Still less than the 703, and of course, way less than the tier 9 Object 7, so 2748. Okay, let's go further down. Clip size. Okay, now this one is going to be limited to the autoloaders. Okay. Now you notice the theme that they always want to do 1080 as a clip, but it takes 6 seconds, whereas this Emil is 5.5 seconds, so that's a half a second more. So again, this is on par with each other and everything else of that. The interclip reload, meaning that, you know, between shots, the Emil is still better in the interclip reload. Now, yes, it takes a lot longer to reload and everything else of that, but it doesn't really matter. It's like that if you can get your crap off faster and then run away. Now, I know you can say, well, you can use your thing to single shot and everything else like that. No. This is your maximum DPM. Maximum DPM. So if you clip somebody out, you know your reload gets even worse than this DPM. Okay, let's keep on going. Caliber. All right, you're not overmatching nothing. So you ain't overmatching no roofs or anything else of that, like the 122 is and everything else of that. You ain't overmatching no roofs, so that ain't gonna happen. Shell velocity. Okay, your shell velocity's on the good side and everything else of that. Your ammo capacity, again, at 60, okay, I consider that good. You can do some speculative shots, meaning you can shoot blind bushes and everything else like that. So, and your potential, again, respectable. Then you drop down to, okay, aim time. Better than the Russians, of course. Better than the Emil by a little bit. Then you look at the dispersion. So if you go by the aim time and the dispersion, basically you might as well say the Emil is slightly better if you figure out the numbers, meaning that by the time you get down to if you shoot with the Emil at 0.40, your dispersion will actually be your aim time will actually be a little bit better. Everything else that on the move, this thing is absolutely just wicked terrible. I mean, when the Russian tank has basically double the snapshot ability than you do, again, you see how much I complain about the Emil, where I gotta sit there and I move the turret and the bloom says, woo. So yeah, no, I'm not feeling that at all. I didn't feel it at all. I mean, basically, you know, I was having internet trouble at the first beginning, but after that, I mean, I just couldn't get this, I'm about to say poop to work. I just couldn't get it to work. Okay, cool. Now you do got a good elevation. You do got gun depression, but still not as good as the Emil. Now again, I'm comparing this to the Emil and the thing. Again, the object just blows this thing out the water. It just makes it, I mean, the dispersions and everything else, it just makes this thing look stupid. So if you have this tank versus this tank here, if you have to buy one of the two, the medium will always outclass it, but the armor is going to be better. Okay, we'll get to the armor in a minute. All right. Now, people were complaining that the object was too slow. This is just terrible. You're not making this. The Emil is faster. It has better the power weight ratio and everything else. So literally, it will make, even though, and I complain that it's I wish it was a little bit faster, but this is not making 50 unless it's going down the hill. Now down the hill, cool, but it's slower than the object. It's slower than the Emil. It is faster than the Russian, though. I got to give it credit for that. It is faster than the Russian. And then you look at the terrain resistances. It's like, what? Look at your effective terrain resistance. It's like, what the actual hell? Now, I know these are mediums, but the Emil's not a medium. Yet it can outturn it. But the armor, wait for it. Just wait. Okay. Now, it does have better hull armor, because the Emil's hull armor is, well, we're going to say crap. We're not going to say that for, because on paper it says 95 until you actually look at the stats for these 704A. This is really misleading because this armor is super good. This armor is on par really with the Progetto. Turret armor, again, is basically the same as the Emil. So you know, I mean, the Emil you can get for free. This one here, you're gonna have to, pay money for. I'm assuming. All right, track armor. Your tracks are getting blown off all the time. Okay, health, respectable. Engine health, good. Track health, okay. It's like I said, nope. Ammo rack. This thing eats ammo racks, even though it says 200 here. That's again, someone hits your ammo rack. They have more than 200 hit point. The pin is going to damage it or destroy it. The problem is, a lot of these other tanks, their ammo racks are in a place where you're not going to get it hit unless them guys are aiming at the weak spot trying to hit it. This one here eats them like num 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 num. Again, just like the object. And I was running it without having the ammo rack thing on it because I didn't know. I just played the game and everything else. And saying, okay, it's a heavy. It should have a no. Worse than most of the mediums. So now when I play it later on again, it's like that I have to change out and to do ammo rack protection, because if not, I got one battle, I got ammo racked, repair the ammo rack, next shot, ammo racked again. No. Literally, I've been shot, ammo rack, didn't have a repair, next shot, destroyed. Yeah. It's a heavy tank. We don't care about the stationary camo after firing, because again, it's a heavy tank. It's not going to be that good and everything else. It is better than the Emil. It is better than the 703, but we don't really care about that. So that what we talk about though is the view range. Now, this view range right here, I do have to say, 380 on a heavy tank is godlike. I mean, 400 would be absolutely godlike, but 380 on a heavy compared to most other heavies getting 360, 350, 370, 380. Pretty damn spicy, pretty damn good. Radar range is absolutely crap. So if you don't keep next to the rest of the thing, you literally, I have lost. Like when it was like one or two guys left, I literally couldn't tell the TD, hey, the guy's over here, because he was too far away. That literally happened to me. I'm sitting there like, dude, why are you in front? I can't see him. He sent me in chat. What? This wool affects you not that often, but 325 for radar range? Oh man, that's crap. That's really crap. Again, on a larger map, on a TD dire situation, and you need that TD that's at max range to hit this guy and everything else of that, he ain't gonna be able to do it. It's pretty much that simple. Shell cost on the high side, not super high like the 7 version 2. That's a little bit higher. So is the object is a little bit higher. So you're not going to be just printing credit like the Progetto and like the Emil. Fire chance 12%, so it's not going to burn. But again, what did it really matter if you're going to get ammo rack? All right, let's look at the actual. Excuse me. Let's look at the actual armor. So you're facing a 704A. He's in front of you. Okay. Now, lower plate. Again, and I'll please refer to my previous videos so that and look at the armor values of the 704. You'll see the lower plate value is actually higher than this. There's a small strip down here. There's an auto ricochet, but okay. Now let's look at the front. Now, again, this is what I'm telling you, that there's a disjointed thing. On the 274A, the armor is over, almost all over the face right here is over 210. So if you don't have that, you're not going to hit it. But the 704 could literally just punch right through its upper armor, right here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, look, right underneath the gun, you know, above the gun. Now let's look at the face. Now again, facing his face, it's going to ricochet. Oh no, wait. Oh no, this whole section right here can't be pinned. You have to go above. There's a crease that goes right above where it cannot hit it, but above that crease it can't hit. But anything from here down, pinnable by the medium, straight into his face. So whereas the other medium was hauled down right here, it's like that, it can be pinned. This one here, if I flip it on his face, it's like that, and the Progetto's facing it, it can't pin the medium tank under the same conditions. If you can't do that versus a new tank that just came out that I said was a tier 9, at that point, crap. So wait a minute, let's turn it like this. Still punching through all of the face right here. So unless you're completely hauled down, meaning not just hiding the lower plate, you have to hide the whole, basically almost all of your upper plate. You're gonna get punched through. Oh wait. So again, you can side scrape against it and everything else like that. Oh no, you can't. There's a section that you can actually hit on this side right here. If he over angles, there's a strip that you can hit. The whole back section, there's a strip that you can hit from there to here. So if his gun, if he's, I hate this part right here. If he's side scraping, he's punnable. And if he shoots right here, guess what happens? Not only do you get tracked, you also get ammo racked in this section. So you have to aim, again, absorbed, until you get right about here where your drive wheel is. So literally he can damage you and track you and your ammo rack at the exact same time. Wow, choice. Again, this is facing medium. So this is a tier 8 medium. Tier 9 is going to go through you like butter. Tier 10's going to go through you like butter. You know, now people are going to be like, well, you're supposed to be like this. Haul down. You're supposed to be a haul down monster. Okay. You're haul down. I know it's slightly off. Guess what? Pinnable. So if your beak is showing over, even though you have this covered right here, this will get pinned. This will still get pinned, because 50% chance that's 2 shots, especially for most other guns, can hit this area and you will get pinned. If you got the corner right here instead, you'll get pinned and ammo racked at the same time. Again, we're facing a medium tank. Your arm is not holding up, bruh. It's just not holding up. I'm sorry, it's just not. Good luck with that. So yeah, no, just no. This one here, there's a non-starter. This horse is dead out of the gate. You'll see my gameplay and everything else to that, you know, judge for yourself. But if I have the choice between buying this tank here and buying the Russian tank that I just reviewed, pick the Russian tank. All right, I'm going to call this section Amarak City because you're going to see us constantly get Amaraked. All right, folks, you just seen the Amarak compilation with this tank. Now, again, we're going to be on steady ground right here, so we're going to look at the speed. So you need to get up to speed. You hear the second gear cut in and everything else that. So 40. 40 is what it reaches. Now we're talking about level ground, the normal surface, and everything else to that. Now, again, this tank here, we're leading everybody else because basically everybody else started off really late compared to me, and so that the hours are closest. So I get here first. Now, everybody's been saying, "Oh, but the hold down positioning of this tank is great." Okay, so this is like one of the perfect maps for you to be hauled down, right? There should be no issue holding this corner, being hauled down, because my turret should stand up. Everybody's like, "Well, that's a mini Conqueror. It has the armor of a Conqueror." Okay. Now look at this. Now we're going to reposition. Now again, we have the edge right here. They cannot see our lower plate, right? Everything's supposed to be all good. So we're waiting right here. We're waiting to see if we can get some. Oh, there's a guy. Now look at the dispersion of this. Look at the dispersion of the gun. I mean, literally just moving back and forth, and the dispersion is just like, wow. But okay. We already talked about that in the notes. That's fine. Let's see what it can do. Okay, we rocking back and forth. We rocking back and forth. And let's see if we get punished or not. Again, lower plate's not showing. Okay, loader's already bought the farm. Punished again. Notice how both of them went through both sides of the plate. So, no, if you're looking straight at the middle, oh, golden. This ain't no Conqueror. Because again, Conqueror would have bounced both of those like it ain't nothing. Those are angled off to the side. I'm looking perfectly at them, and guess what happened? Both pin. So much for it. It's going to be glorious now. Okay, now again, we glowed in gold round here because before this point here, this is my best battle inside this tank. Before this battle, I had no gold loaded. Zero, nada, none. I played this tank strictly like I played all the other tanks that I would usually do when I first started out with no gold. Now, if I show you those battles there, so that most of those battles would end in, well, you've seen the ammo rack things and everything else. So pretty much those battles ended super goddamn fast. Why? Because the armor doesn't hold up. Literally, just like you just see me get pinned straight through the face by a tier 9, it happened constantly. Or tier 8s, even side scraping, pin me and ammo rack me. So, you know, people are like, well, it's better than the 274A. How can that be possible, literally, when the other one's a medium, right? Fully aimed shot. Look at the range. 1 out of, and that's, can we get 2? Oh, nope, can't get 2, because literally we get rushed by medium thing. Game over. This has been my best game in this tank. You see the score, right? It's pretty much been this stuff. It's been a complete poop show. So would I recommend this tank? No. Stay the hell away from it. Because you might, now again, if you want to load it up with, you know, again, this is with no crew. If you have a epic crew and you have loaded up so you won't get ammo rack, cool, that might work for you. But without an epic crew, without the ammo rack thing inside of it to stop this thing from getting ammo rack, you're going to get hammered. This reminds me of the tank that I didn't like, again, when I didn't have no crew inside of it, and I didn't have the special thing to make sure you get ammo rack. The same way that the KPZ 50T was before I used thing to dole out. What I had to use, I forgot how many crew books to make my crew epic, to actually make sure that the tank can work correctly. So if it cannot work correctly out the box, and you have to have at least a 3 or 4 skilled crew to make the tank work, at that point the tank is trash. It doesn't matter if once you get an epic crew, the tank works. We're talking about, let's say somebody has another tank and they have an epic crew, that means their tank is going to work better. So, I mean, that's all I have to say about this. This is Warp103 saying, warp out, have fun. We'll catch you on the next one. Please hit the like, subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. But do not get this tank. Well, that's all I have to say. Peace. Have a great day.